There's one more bomb.
Clear the hall.
It's definitely him. Go.
The job doesn't stop. So I don't.
Detective Sergeant Jackie Stevenson was a brave member of the police service.
You see sights in the morning like I asked.
Do you see ghosts?
There's one
There
more
are
bomb.
concerns
Clear the
about how
hall.
you're handling her death.
It's definitely him.
The closer you get to the truth, the further away you'll get from me.
Who did this to you?
Why do you do this?
Because I am the darkest part of you.
Detective Sergeant Jackie Stevenson was a brave member of the police service.
You see sights in the morning like I asked.
Do you see ghosts?
Here
more
comes the
bomb.
Premier League.
About how you're handling her death. The closer you get to the truth, the further away you'll get from me.
Detective Sergeant Jackie Stevenson was a brave member of the police service.
Do you see ghosts?
Some of you will not be coming back. There's no other way of telling you that. These basic statistics tell us that. In your final moments, you see death. Hello. Think not death. Think of the living.
Hip, hip!
Bring me back the last line. Bring me back the last line. Not my last line, somebody else.
Do you see ghosts?
Some of you will not be coming back. There's no other way of telling you that. These basic statistics tell us that. In your
It's
final
just a
moments,
change to give him an opportunity because he felt by pure hard working training and hard work going on the field, he's in the top 3 stats.
Bring me back the last line. Bring me back the last line. Not my last line, somebody else.
He disrespects you. Fucking idiot. Go on, Brody! He's got him, he's got him! It's just a change to give him an opportunity because he felt...
You're a member of Chalk 2, Alpha Platoon, SEAL Team 3.
The agency believes we have an opportunity to snatch Abu Samir.
We're going into Nigeria.
Don't say I'd never take you anywhere nice.
Fight to win.
The Bundesliga's top 2, the best attack versus the best defense. Haaland's volley is beautiful beyond compare. Oh, what a hit! Magnificence! That is glorious!
Were you a cop? Bill Hodges, detective first class. I'm now retired.
You need to find some sort of purpose.
My last big case was the Mercedes killer.
Of all the cases for you to obsess over...
16 people died!
Tell me, detective, did you catch our bad guys?
Every cop gets one they just can't shake. This is mine.
La vida se define en una decisión. Banderas en el aire y sube la emoción. Dale. Corre y corre la pasión, juega con el corazón. Yeah, we work hard and we vibe just. Me and my team keep winning. This is my favorite moment. We came from the ground and now we jump.
Mein kleines Mädchen, das ist der Queen.
The Queen will falter.
I suspect that the cares of office are proving too much for her.
What can a girl like you possibly do to serve her country?
Hello, Indonesia. I'm Charlie Puth here. I'm wearing red. I'm in a studio right now, and I'm very excited to be in a studio because I haven't been in a studio in a very, very long time. I've just been in my house, like a lot of all of you. I miss you all dearly. That was an amazing show when my team and I were out in Indonesia last. That was one of my favorite shows. It's going to be a little different right now. Obviously, it's just me up here with a piano. I don't have my band with me, but it gives a unique opportunity to play these songs that I've played so many times in a slightly different way, in a way that you maybe haven't heard before. So that's exactly what we're going to do right now. I know we're all at home watching, or you're at home watching this right now, but let's make pretend and sing along with me like we're all in the same room together. Again, it's going to sound a little different, but I think you'll like it. Here's a song that you probably, well, definitely have heard. And I'm just going to do it a tiny bit different. Making it up as I go. Throwing that dirt all on my name, 'cause you knew that I knew that I'd call you up. You've been go around every party in LA, 'cause you knew that I knew that I'd be at one. I know that dress is karma, perfume regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. Now I'm all up on you, what you expect, but you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention, you don't want my heart. Maybe you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention, I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. Throwing that dirt all on my name, 'cause you knew that I knew that I'd call you up. Baby, now that we're right here standing face to face, you already know that you won. I know that dress is karma, perfume regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. Now I'm all up on you, what you expect, but you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention, you don't want my heart. Maybe you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention, I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you.
all that dress is karma, perfume regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine, and now I'm all up on you. What you expect? But you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention, and you don't want more. Maybe you just say the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention. I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you, over you. What are you doing now? What are you doing to me? What are you just want attention. I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. Ooh.
And now, questions. How did you get your start in music? I got my start in music at 4 years old. I had a strong interest in the way things sounded. And my mom, lucky for me, taped everything in my life. And I actually got to see baby videos of me reacting to certain songs. And I seem to love the key of C major. And I remember vaguely wanting to reach up on my mom's baldwin piano, and I think I knocked my baby tooth out. It would be more dramatic if it were like a permanent tooth, but it was a baby tooth, and I knocked it out early on the piano, and then my mom saw that I had a strong interest in the instrument and taught me for about a couple of years, and then I got more piano instructors, and then I learned jazz music when I was 10, and then on and on from there. Oh, and I remember having a strong liking to pop music too. Everything pop music was really nice to listen to, and it kind of went alongside every classical bit of music I would. It's royalty free, so I can play that. I just love those like very linear, simple melodies, and I would hear them in music by some of my favorite artists like James Taylor and Carole King, and all that at 10 years old. It was a lot of information to receive, but I really, really loved every moment of it. What was the best advice you've been given so far? So far as, okay, I think as a songwriter, the best advice that I was given was by a friend, and that's to focus on the lyrics and make the lyrics something that people would actually say in real life. Like if you were a songwriter and you're watching this right now, never get to, I don't want to say never get to like, methodical and magical with your writing, because that's a particular style of writing. But I think what people gravitate towards the most is when you get them to listen to a song and they're like, oh, I feel like I've heard this before. I feel like I've heard someone say this before. And like We Don't Talk Anymore, which maybe I'll play after this. Like that's a sentence that I've said all my life. And then one day just a melody was attached to it. And now I travel around the world, well, soon to be traveling around the world playing that song. Okay, so this next one I'm going to play, I actually drove down the road I wrote it on last night on Santa Monica Boulevard. And I'll never forget, it was a full moon. Sounds kind of cheesy, but this actually happened. It was a full moon, and I was looking at a Ferris wheel. And you just don't know when songs like this are just going to pop into your brain. I was talking to my friend. He was going through a pretty rough breakup at the time. Ironically enough, he got married to that person some 5 years later, so that's good. But at the time he wasn't in a good place, and I asked him, do you still talk to that person? And he was like, oh, we don't talk anymore. And I was like, uh-oh, no. And here's the little piano arrangement. I never get to play it like this, so this is a great pleasure. Indonesia. This is actually originally how it was intended to be played. Like no drums or anything, no guitar.
We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore like we used to do. We don't love anymore. What was all of it for? Oh, we don't talk anymore like we used to do. I just heard you found the one you've been looking for. I wish I would have known that wasn't me. 'Cause even after all this time I still wonder why I can't move on just the way you did so easily. I did before. I just hope you're lying next to somebody who knows how to love you like me. There must be a good reason that you're gone. Every now and then I think you might want me to come show up at your door, but I'm just too afraid that I'll be wrong. Don't wanna know if you're looking into his eyes, if he's holding on to you so tight, the way I did before. I overdosed, should've known your love was a game. Now I can't get you out of my brain. Ooh, it's such a shame that we don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore like we used to do. We don't love anymore. What was all of it for? We don't talk anymore like we used to do. Dress you're wearing tonight, if he's giving it to you just right, the way I did before. I overdosed, should've known your love was a game. Now I can't get you out of my brain. Ooh, it's such a shame. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore like we used to do. We don't love anymore. What was all of it for? We don't talk anymore like we used to do. Ooh, like we used to do. We don't talk anymore like we used to do.
I don't know if I'm supposed to show this. What was it like working with Wiz Khalifa on See You Again? Working with Wiz was a real trip because I grew up on his mixtape that he put out in 2009. I think it was like around 2009 or 2010, Cushion Orange Juice. And I remember distinctly driving to school with that. This was before Spotify and Apple Music. We had it on CD. And I drove in my Jeep and I listened to that for the 2-minute ride to my high school every day, and I would listen to that until the CD stopped working. So if you would have told me 5 years later that I would be working with one of my all-time favorite rappers, I mean, 2015 was a good year for me, like working with all of my favorite like artists. I worked with Lil Wayne, and then filmed a video with Wiz Khalifa shortly after. See You Again took many different turns and twists, but I'm really happy it landed with Wiz, because I kind of like could picture his voice when I was producing out the record. With Frankie and Andrew, and it just seemed to like it like kind of fit his voice perfectly, because he can kind of like even when we performed it at the Laker game, like he's so talented where he can just like just perform over a couple of piano chords. So it was a very unlikely collaboration, but something I love to talk about to this day. And maybe in the future I honestly feel like we're going to be singing that song for the rest of our lives. Okay, so this next record I actually didn't write. This is the equivalent to You Got a Friend by James Taylor, where everybody thought that James wrote that record. It was actually Carole King. Because I've been asked this question so many times, what it was like to write this song, and the truth is I was writing really bad songs before this one was kind of presented to me in a way, and there's no shame in admitting that sometimes you don't nail it. But I remember being in Northern California. I had just signed my record contract. I mean, it was kind of stressful. See You Again was one of the biggest songs ever, and I didn't really know how to be an artist. And I had 5 of my really good songwriter buddies with me, and I just think there was just like a bunch of nervous energy, and I was maybe contributing to that because we really wanted to nail something for the label, but we just weren't. And I had to go to I actually went to Shanghai the next day, which I was super excited about, so that made me feel better. My first time being in Asia, but we just weren't nailing anything. And then I'll never forget it. I went to bed, and then I heard a knock on the door, like in case you forgot what a knock on the door sounded like. And it was my friend Miles who, he came to me and he was like, you have to come downstairs. So they wrote something really great. And I remember it kind of sounding like, it gave me the Pachelbel's Canon vibe, like, it didn't sound like it. It just gave me like that feeling, not like this is like going to be like I'm going to be playing this song for the rest of my life kind of feeling. And I'm very happy that they wrote this hook. The only line that I contributed to was the I'll do a little nod so you tell it's in the second verse. Okay, let's do it.
I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one call away. Call me baby if you need a friend. I just wanna give you love. Come on, come on, come on. Reaching out to you, so take the chance.